Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Live record করলে what কিতাব আমি কিছু বুঝিনি
Just screen recording.
আমারটা তো ওই ছলার স্পেস নাই
You just want me to record it with camera?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
तो जब चाहे तब से एक दिन भी बाहर नहीं चलिए आज खाना पीना अरे ऐसा करो
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
मुझे हमसे कर
Krishna Krishna, Hare
अरे बोल रहा
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
आपको होता नहीं आता
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna
पहले की सब उसके बाद
आरती 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 चल रहा है
Hare
बाबा नाम का फोटो है बोलिए रुको कर मेरे घर में कोई नहीं आता
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
प्योर मटेरियल से यही सब कुछ चला है और श्रीपति तो कभी नहीं कब कुछ भी बात नहीं अमरेंद्र पुआ है और संजय पुआ श्रीपति भी नहीं
नायक को वापस
कभी नहीं
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
तो जन्माते के जाने के पहले भगवतम गाने बहुत अच्छा पाठ कर लो
नंबर्स डाले
माता जी आके रुक जाएंगी तब माता जी का करेंगे तो उनकी आत्मा को शांति रहेगा उस लड़की ने शादी कराया तो बड़े से दुख खत्म हो गया तो दुख लेके 4 महीने से शादी में लगा के
Hare Krishna,
सही बहुत डरते हैं मेरे
Krishna Krishna, Hare
पूरी माता जी लड़के का हमेशा
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
प्रसाद दिया था माता जी को
Rama
और दूसरा कारण डरेगा कि कहते हैं कि उसको अच्छे से ज्यादा इसके साथ दुखा सुखा रहोगे तो उसके साथ मेरी बेटी को छोड़ देगा देखकर
Hare Rama,
कपड़ा जो दिया था कॉटन का होगा कॉटन का होगा लेके गया तो कपड़ा ये क्या कपड़ा है तो अनेक दामी कापड़ होगा हाँ मटका सिल्क तो কি বলছেন हाँ দেখুন না দেখাচ্ছে 900 টাকা মিটার 900 টাকা মিটার বাপ রে ऐसी बंद नहीं होगा कृष्णाशीष जाके जल्दी कपड़ा डाल के जा
coming to Gita
way
of solving the housing problem के साथ एक
हाउसिंग प्रॉब्लम क्या तुम सब बात बता दे एकदम पागल आदमी नहीं इसकी बात को छोड़ कर कुछ भी लेकर टप से बता देगा पेट को कुछ हजम नहीं होता है
ऐसा ही है जब किसी से रिलेशनशिप रहता है तो there won't be any secrets in between लेकिन मेरा सबके साथ रिलेशनशिप नहीं होता है
पहले बता दिए कौन का करना बनता है रोज पापा लाल पीला के साथ छोटा के बड़ा के कौन सा ब्रश यूज करते हैं कितना टॉयलेट किया इसका शेष तो कोई और डाल देगा तो फिर बनेगा नहीं मशीन सारी नहीं रहेगा वीकेंड है ना तुरंत जाओ तुरंत कोई डाल देगा दूसरा कोई
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladana. श्रीमद् भगवान की जय, प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। जय ओम विष्णु पादोष्टोम श्री श्रीमद् भगवतम भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णु पादोष्टोम श्री श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णु पादोष्टोम श्री श्री भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। जय ओम विष्णु पादोष्टोम श्री श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र की जय। श्री श्री नृसिंहदेव बराहदेव की जय। भक्त प्रभु श्री श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय। हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। जय गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to the assembly. All glories to the assembly. All glories to the assembly. All glories to Sisi Guru and Sisi Gauranga.
Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Gaur Bhaktavri Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much for coming to our regular satsang. Are we missing out some people today? Who? Is he coming? Probably. No. Come to. Yeah. Yeah. So as you all know, we had Kirtan Mela, Delaware. So some devotees went there. It's a whole day event. So that's fine. Anyway, so today we have our special guest, Sriradhe Sravani Mathaji. So let's welcome her. She will be taking us into Srimad Bhagavatam. And she's a wonderful disciple of His Holiness Jayaprakash Swami Maharaj. So let's all welcome her by chanting 3 times loudly. Haribol, 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 Haribol. Take your seat. Thank you. Recording.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you all for joining. We'll start with Sriradhe. Mr. Karta. जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा
गिरिवरधारी
यशोदनन्दन व्रज जन रंजना यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी जय राधा
कुंज विहारी
जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी
जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी
यशोदनन्दन व्रज जन रंजना
यशोदानन्दन व्रज जन रंजना
यमुना तीरा वनचारी
यमुना तीरा
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वत देव्ये गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् शृण्वतां स्वकतः कृष्णा पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः हृदयन्तस्थो हि अभद्राणि विधुनोति सुहृत्सतां नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी Today's verse is text 23, canto 1, chapter 2. Please open. Canto 1, chapter 2, text 23. सत्वं रजस्तम इति प्रकृतेर्गुणैस्तैर्युक्तः परः पुरुषेकैहास्य दत्ते स्थित्याधये हरिविरिञ्चि हरेति संज्ञाः श्रेयांसि तत्र खलु सत्त्वतनोर्नृणां स्युः सत्वं रजस्तम इति प्रकृतेर्गुणास्तैर्युक्तः परः पुरुषेकैहास्य धत्ते स्थित्याधये हरिविरिञ्चि हरेति संज्ञाः श्रेयांसि तत्र खलु सत्त्वतनोर्नृणां स्युः सत्त्वं रजस्तम इति प्रकृतेर्गुणास्तैर्युक्तः परः पुरुषेकयि इहास्य दत्ते स्थित्यादये हरिविरिञ्चि हरेति संज्ञाः श्रेयांसि तत्र खलु सत्त्वतनोर्नृणां स्युः. Please recite. Please. सत्त्वं रजस्तम इति
सत्त्वं रजस्तम इति
प्रकृतेर्गुणास्तैर्युक्तः परः पुरुष एक
युक्तः परः पुरुष एक
हास्य दत्ते स्थित्यादये
हरि
विरिञ्चि हरेति संज्ञाः श्रेयांसि तत्र खलु सत्त्वतनोर्नृणां स्युः सत्त्वं रजस्तम इति प्रकृतेर्गुणास्तैर्युक्तः परः पुरुषेकैहास्य दत्ते स्थित्यादये हरिविरिञ्चि हरेति संज्ञाः श्रेयांसि तत्र खलु सत्त्वतनोर्नृणां स्युः सत्त्वं रजस्तम इति प्रकृतेर्गुणास्तैर्युक्तः परः पुरुषेकैहास्य दत्ते स्थित्यादये हरिविरिञ्चि हरेति संज्ञाः श्रेयांसि तत्र खलु सत्त्वतनोर्नृणां स्युः
सत्त्वं रजस्तम इति प्रकृतेर्गुणास्ते
सत्त्वं रजस्तम इति प्रकृतेर्गुणास्ते पुरुषैकैहास्य दत्ते स्थित्यादये हरिविरिञ्चि हरेति संज्ञाः श्रेयांसि तत्र खलु सत्त्वतनोर्नृणां स्युः
रजस्तम इति प्रकृतेर्गुणास्ते
सत्त्वं रजस्तम इति प्रकृतेर्गुणास्ते युक्तः परः पुरुषैकैहास्य दत्ते स्थित्यादये हरिविरिञ्चि हरेति संज्ञाः श्रेयांसि तत्र खलु सत्त्वतनोर्नृणां स्युः. Please repeat synonyms with me. Sattvam, goodness.
Sattvam, goodness.
Rajah, passion.
Raja, passion.
Tamah, the darkness of ignorance.
Tamah, the darkness of ignorance.
Iti, thus. Prakritehe, of the material nature. Gunaha, qualities. Taihi, by them. Yuktaha, associated with. Paraha, transcendental. Purushaha, the personality. Ekaha, one. Ihasya, of this material world. Datte, accepts. Sthiti Adaye, for the matter of creation, maintenance and destruction. Hari, Vishnu, the personality of Godhead. Virinchi, Brahma. Hara, Lord Shiva. Iti, thus. Samyaha,
Samyaha,
different features,
different features,
Shreyamsi,
Sreyamsi,
ultimate benefit,
ultimate benefit,
Tatra, therein,
Tatra, therein,
Kalu, of course,
Kalu, of course,
Sattva, goodness,
Sattva, goodness,
Tanoho, form,
Anuho, form,
Nrinam,
Nrinam,
of the human being,
of the human being,
Syuhu,
Yuhu,
derived.
right.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Yeah.
Translation: the transcendental personality of Godhead is indirectly associated with the three modes of material nature, namely passion, goodness, and ignorance. And just for the material world's creation, maintenance, and destruction, he accepts the three qualitative forms of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Of these three, all human beings can derive ultimate benefit from Vishnu, the form of quality of goodness. Purport. The Lord Krishna, by his plenary parts, should be rendered devotional service as explained above, is confirmed by this statement. Lord Sri Krishna and all his plenary parts are Vishnu Tattva, or the Lordship of Godhead. From Sri Krishna, the next manifestation is Baladeva, and from Baladeva is Sankarshana. From Sankarshana is Narayana. From Narayana, there is second Sankarshana, and from this Sankarshana, the Vishnu Purushavataras. The Vishnu, or deity of the quality of goodness in the material world, is the Purushavatara known as Kshirodak Sai Vishnu or Paramatma. Brahma is the deity of Rajas passion and Shiva of ignorance. They are the three departmental heads of the three qualities of this material world. Creation is made possible by the goodness of Vishnu, and when it requires to be destroyed, Lord Shiva does it by Tandava Nritya. The materialist and foolish human beings worship Brahma and Shiva respectively. But the pure transcendentalists worship the form of goodness Vishnu in his various forms. Vishnu is manifested by his millions and billions of integrated forms and separate forms. The integrated forms are called Godhead, and the separated forms are called living entities or the Jivas. Both the Jivas and Godhead have their original spiritual forms. Jivas are sometimes subject to the control of material energy, but the Vishnu forms are always controller of this energy. When Vishnu, the personality of Godhead, appears in the material world, he comes to deliver the conditioned beings who are under the material energy. Such living beings appear in the material world with intentions of being lords, and thus they become entrapped by the three modes of nature. As such, the living entities have to change their material coverings for undergoing different terms of imprisonment. The prison house of the material world is created by Brahma under instruction of personality of Godhead, and at the conclusion of a kalpa, the whole thing is destroyed by Shiva. But as far as maintenance of the prison house is concerned, it is done by Vishnu, as much as the state prison house is maintained by the state. Anyone, therefore, who wishes to get out of this prison house of material existence, which is full of miseries like repetition of birth, death, disease, and old age, must please Lord Vishnu for such liberation. Lord Vishnu is worshipped by devotional service only, and if anyone has to continue prison life in this material world, he may ask for relative facilities for temporary relief from different demigods like Shiva, Brahma, Indra, and Varuna. No demigod, however, can release the imprisoned living being from conditioned life of material existence. This can be done only by Vishnu. Therefore, the ultimate benefit may be derived from Vishnu, the personality of Godhead. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gnananshan Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishram Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vansha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity, Prabhuji. I am not qualified to speak on Srimad Bhagavatam. I humbly seek all blessings and mercy from all of you. And please forgive me if I speak anything wrong. I prepared this just in 2-3 days only. So I humbly beg for the mercy of our Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada and Guru Parampara to use me as instrument in their hands. And in this verse, it is given Lord Krishna is indirectly associated with the three modes of material nature, the transcendental personality of Godhead. And so, why Krishna created this material world? Anybody want to answer?
Because we wanted.
It's for us.
Yes, yes. Yeah, for our rectification, because the conditioned souls, they want to enjoy separately from Krishna. Because in spiritual world, everybody is in complete agreement with the Supreme Lord. There is no disagreement. Krishna is the only enjoyer and everybody wants to satisfy Krishna. So, but in the material world, we are trying to satisfy our own senses. So that's the difference between the material world and spiritual world. So even though we are in the material world, if our desire is to always please Krishna, actually there is no difference. So for pure devotees, there is no difference between spiritual world and material world. So here it is given, Krishna, he is expanded into three forms as Gunavataras, Brahma, Vishnu and Lord Shiva. But Krishna is originally transcendental to all these three modes. And in 4th chapter also Lord Krishna says his activities and his appearance, everything is transcendental. So if we have that understanding that Krishna is transcendental, the benefit is we are liberated. In our next life, we are not going to take birth again in this material world. So these three deities, Brahma is creating this material world in the mode of passion, and Lord Vishnu is maintaining this material world. And at the time of annihilation, Lord Shiva is destroying it. And in Srimad Bhagavatam, next chapter, the chapter name is Krishna is the source of all incarnations. So Krishna has primarily 6 types of incarnations. Anyone want to list the names of incarnations? 3 types, 6 types are there. Yes.
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 Then we have Yuga Avtaras, Shabdavesha Avtaras.
Yes, correct.
Lila
Yes.
Avtaras.
Manvantara Avtaras.
Manvantara
Yes, correct. So this verse is talking about Gunavataras. Because Krishna, even though created this material world, he is not directly associated with this material world. He explained it in so many places, especially in 9th chapter, Lord Krishna says, Mayadhyakshena Prakriti Suyatehi Characharam. Everything is carried out under my will. So this material nature is carried out under the dictation of Krishna, but Krishna is not attached to creation or maintenance, anything. And also, if we understand this, that Krishna is transcendental to all these things, then we are not subjected to laws of karma. And here it is given, of all these three, human beings derive ultimate benefit from Vishnu, the form of quality of goodness. And here in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is saying, generally people worship Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. Foolish human beings worship Brahma and Shiva respectively. So those who are in mode of goodness, they worship Lord Vishnu. And all the Brahmanas, they are in the mode of goodness. So Lord Vishnu is the in charge of this mode of goodness. That's why earlier days in all Brahmanas' houses, they are worshipping Saligrama Sila. But nowadays, Srila Prabhupada said most of the people are in Sudras, like so very rare. That is why it is very difficult to give spiritual life to people nowadays. So, and another place Lord Krishna says why people are worshipping demigods, because they want to fulfill their material desires very quickly. So, because if they have material desires, if they think that if they approach demigods, their desires will be fulfilled very quickly. Actually, there is a misconception in the society. Generally, people think that demigods are also different forms of the Lord. They are also the incarnations of the Lord, but that is not true. Demigods are also living entities. They are given with certain power to rule this material world. So by doing some pious activities, they are elevated to that level. But Krishna says in another verse, it is avidhi purvakam. Even they are worshipping me indirectly, but it is not the correct worship. So those who are completely freed from all the material desires, they take to worship of Lord Vishnu only. And if we worship demigods, we go to the demigod planet. If someone worships the Supreme Lord, they reach Krishna's abode. So in order to get released from this prison house, this material world, we have to take shelter of Lord Vishnu only. And once Mother Parvati asked Shiva, what is the best worship among all the worships? Then Lord Shiva replied, among all the worships, the best worship is worship of Lord Vishnu. And Mother Parvati asked, you are constantly meditating. Whom you are meditating? Then Lord Shiva replied, I am constantly meditating on Lord Rama. So the great demigods also, they are not independent. They all are getting their powers from Krishna only. And Krishna's another name is Asama Urdhva. Asama Urdhva means nobody is equal to Krishna and nobody is higher than Krishna. So Lord Shiva, the Shiva Tattva is in between the Brahma and Vishnu. So Brahma is also ordinary Jiva Tattva generally. He is also sometimes when there is no one available to take that position of Brahma, then Lord Krishna incarnates himself as Brahma. Otherwise, some Lord Brahma is in the Jiva Tattva category. And Vishnu and Shiva, now I explain the Tattva. Shiva Tattva is in between, like above Brahma and below Vishnu. It's a different category. So the example is given as milk and yogurt example. So the curd is coming from milk only. When milk comes in contact with some source substance, milk becomes curd. But at the same time, we cannot use milk in the place of curd or curd in the place of milk. So that is the Shiva Tattva, simultaneously one with Krishna and also different with Krishna. And if we cannot equate Krishna with any other demigods. So when we read the 10 offenses to the holy name, anybody want to say this? What is the second offense to the holy name?
Considering the name of the God like Lord.
So if we equate the Supreme Lord with other great demigods, it's an offense to the holy name. Because they all are getting their powers from Lord Krishna only. They are not independent of Lord Krishna. And Srila Prabhupada says, if we address the great demigods as equal to Supreme, actually they feel insulted. So we should not do that. And when we see in Krishna book, Krishna stopped his father Nanda Maharaj also worshipping Indra. Krishna is not encouraging the demigod worship because our ultimate aim is to go back to Krishna Loka only. So that is possible only when we take shelter of Krishna. And at the same time, Vaishnava as devotees, we never disrespect any demigods. We always offer high respects to them because a Vaishnava generally he offers respects even to an ant also. So because their position is very exalted, Lord Shiva and Brahma. And Lord Shiva is called as topmost devotee, Vaishnavanam Yathasambho. And when we see pastimes of Lord Chaitanya, when he was touring South India, he offered respects to Lord Shiva. He visited so many Lord Shiva temples and he offered prayers and he wrote a beautiful Ashtakam also. So we are not equating, but at the same time, we are not disrespecting. Because Lord Shiva and Brahma, they are in contact with this material nature, because they are in the association with mode of passion and ignorance. They cannot give liberation from this material world. Only Lord Vishnu can give. His name is Mukunda. He is the giver of liberation. And Lord Shiva also confirms in one place that only Krishna can give liberation. Nobody can give liberation from this material world. And also Srila Prabhupada says why we are suffering in this material world. Because we are disobedient to Supreme Lord. So in order to correct that, again we have to become obedient and surrender to the Supreme Lord. And that is why we have to take the ultimate benefit for all of us is to take shelter of Supreme Lord only. So this material nature means always these three gunas are there. Because of the association of these three modes, we see so many living entities, varieties here in the material world. Why we are seeing varieties here? Because this material world is an imitation or reflection of the original spiritual world. And 15th chapter, there is a verse, Uttva Mula Adasaka. So this is like a perverted reflection. Whatever is there in the spiritual world, it is pervertedly reflected here. So but the thing is, this material nature is temporary. As it is given here, creation, maintenance, and destruction. So anything created here, it is maintained for some time and again it is destroyed. But our original position is we are not temporary. We all are eternal, blissful, and full of knowledge. So to attain that position again, we have to take shelter of Krishna. And it's a nice example is given by Srila Prabhupada. We are taking so much struggle in this material world. Even though our material life is very temporary, just we live, for example, maximum a person live for 100 years. But people are creating so many plans for the happiness. Then what to think of our soul? Our soul is eternal. So we have to give first priority to our soul, to our eternal life. To again regain our original happy, blissful life, we have to give the high priority to spiritual life. And also, I would like to add this pastime, beautiful pastime of Bhrigu Mahamuni. So in Krishna book, we get this pastime. Like once Bhrigu Mahamuni, he wanted to test who is great among all the three, Brahma, Vishnu, or Shiva. First, he went to Brahma Loka, and then he offended Brahma through his mind. He didn't offer any respect to Brahma, so then Brahma got angry. And again he went to Sivaloka, Kailasa. There he offended through his words. He blasphemed Lord Shiva. Then Lord Shiva became so angry and he was almost about to kill. Then Mother Parvati stopped him. Later he went to Vaikuntha Loka. There Mother Lakshmi Devi was massaging the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. Then he did a great offense. He hit the chest of the Lord Vishnu. Then the reaction of Lord Vishnu is, he is above the three modes. He is not affected by wrath or lust, anything. So immediately Lord Vishnu begged forgiveness. My heart is so chaste. Because of hitting my chest, maybe your lotus feet got hurt. So immediately massaged the lotus feet of Bhrigu Mahamuni. And also he keep that mark of Bhrigu Mahamuni on his chest as mark for tolerance. So from this pastime, we understand that Krishna is the supreme among all the other devatas. And also what happens when we take to worship of demigods? Because the demigods and their planets, everything is temporary. So whatever boons they give, that is also temporary. So because of taking material like we ask material desires from them, we again become entangled in this material world. Purification doesn't happen. purification happens only when we take to Vishnu worship. In scriptures, there are many examples. So all the great demons, for example, Hiranyakasipu, Ravanasura, Kamsa, they all are worshipping demigods. Their consciousness is not purified. So, but whereas we take to Vishnu worship, we all know this pastime, Valmiki. Like he is a great hunter in the beginning, but later when Narada Muni gave him Ramanama, actually he chanted in a reverse manner, Mara Mara Mara. But later he became a great sage and he wrote Ramayana. So that is the difference. Like, and also another thing is when Hiranyakasipu, he performed a great penance for many years, but his consciousness is not purified. His nature is demoniac. And when he asked Brahma to give the boon that he want to become immortal, then Lord Brahma replied, I am not immortal, how can I give that? So in that way, the liberation can be given only by Lord Vishnu only. And also the surrendering to Krishna and taking shelter of Krishna is a very blissful process. In the Ramayana also, there is a nice example, like Ravanasura, he performed a great austerity. He has 10 heads and he used to cut one head and he offered it to Ravanasura. So at the 10th, when he was trying to cut the 10th one, then Lord Shiva appeared, then he desired Lanka. So the same Lanka, Vibhishana achieved it by bowing down to Lord Ramachandra's lotus feet very humbly. So that's the difference, worshipping the demigods and worshipping Krishna. Generally, people go to demigods because, like Lord Shiva is called Ashutosh. So he quickly fulfills the desires because they are deeply absorbed in the meditation of Lord Rama, Krishna, Vishnu. They feel so much botheration, demigods. So that's why if we go and ask them, they just give. They don't think whether it is beneficial to us or not. But Lord Krishna is like mother. Even though we ask something which if it is not good for our going back to Godhead, Lord Krishna is not going to fulfill that. And but even if we have material desires also, if we take shelter of Krishna, that is good actually, because in Srimad Bhagavatam, in 2nd canto, there is a verse, Akamaha sarvakamova moksha kamena Krivrena bhakti. So even if we have material desires, even if we are pure devotees, there no material desires at all, even if we want liberation also, if we take shelter of Krishna, then we can achieve it by doing bhakti. But asking material desires is actually not very much recommended, but initially, because Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Chaturvidha bhajante mam jananam sukrito, no Arjuna. 4 types of people approach me. They all are also magnanimous. So in purport, Srila Prabhupada says, it is not that who are less in knowledge, they are not dear to Krishna. Whoever, if they approach Krishna, they are called as Mahatmas. So wealth, some people desire wealth, some people desire, when they are in distress, they approach Krishna. When the inquisitive people approach Krishna, and who are in knowledge also, who want knowledge, they also approach Krishna. But those who are in pure knowledge and who are doing pure devotional service, they are very dear to Krishna. But these 4 categories also, if they take to devotional service, so there is an exchange of affection. They ask something from Krishna and Krishna fulfills them. When their desires got fulfilled, they also advance in devotional service. So when they become purified by associating with pure devotees, they also come to pure devotional platform. So there is no disappointment, even if we are not at that stage of Anyabilashita Sunyam Gnana Karma Jnana. First we begin at this stage and gradually we elevate to pure devotional platform. So whatever given, if for example, if we do some worship to demigods, it is lost in this life only. But whereas when we take to Krishna's worship, it's permanent, eternal. We all know this verse. Neha Vikramanasosti Pratyavayo Navidyate Swalpam Apyasya Dharmasya Trayate Matovaya. So whatever percentage we do in this life, it's not going to be waste. It will continue again in the previous life. For example, if someone stops at 25%, they continue in the next life again from 26%. It's not going to be waste. If someone does 90%, they start from at that point. So that's why we see lot of differences. Like some child, even at the very young age, they recite full Vishnu Sahasranama like that. So the reason is they already finished it in their previous lives, almost maybe 90, 95, we don't know. So to finish the rest of the process, they again take birth in a nice devotee family and they continue it. So like that, worshipping Krishna is at all benefit. And also in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said, like how when we pour water at the roots, all the parts, leaves, branches, twigs, everything is automatically nourished. And how, like when we supply food to the stomach, all the body parts will be energized. So similarly, it's not possible to worship each and every incarnation of Krishna, because there are millions and millions of incarnations and there are 1,033 crores of devatas. So it's not possible to worship all of them. But when we worship Krishna, everybody is automatically worshipped. The moment we take birth in this material world, we are obliged. We are obliged to devatas, we are obliged to other living entities, we are obliged to sages, we are obliged to our forefathers. Because we are taking sunlight from sun, moonlight, and we are taking the Varuna Deva is supplying rain. So we are so many ways we are obliged. But when we take to Krishna worship, we will be freed from all these obligations. So when we perform Sankirtana Yajna, that is the Yajna mentioned for this age, then automatically all the demigods will be pleased. So each and every part in our body is controlled by a particular demigod. So eyelids are controlled, our mind is controlled by moon. So when we engage all our senses in the service of the Lord, the demigods will also be pleased and bless us, and they also give their blessings. So when we go to demigods also, like Brahma and Shiva, when we chant Krishna's name, they also feel so happy, because they all are also devotees of Krishna only. So in Nectar of Devotion, it is said that Krishna is 100% Bhagavan, Swayam Bhagavan. Krishna is the only master and all other are servants. Ekala Iswara Krishna Pritya. So everybody is servant. And Narayana has 94% of qualities of Bhagavan. And Shiva has 84% of qualities and Brahma has 78% qualities. We, the living entities, we are also have the 78% of qualities of Krishna, but it is in a very minute quantity. The qualities are in Krishna are like the quantities compared to ocean. So mercy, tolerance, whatever these qualities, they are like an ocean in the quantity wise. But in our case, it's in a very minute quantity, and that too in our conditioned stage, all these qualities are covered. Because we are associated with these three modes, all these good qualities are covered. But when we again serve Krishna, when we surrender to lotus feet of Krishna, when we take to the holy name, Krishna, when he is pleased, then he again gives these qualities to us. So Srila Prabhupada gave a very nice example, like when a rich father is there, if there's all the obedient sons, whoever pleases the father, they inherit the property of the father. Similarly, Krishna is our supreme father. When we sincerely do devotional service, if Krishna is pleased, and when we chant the holy name sincerely, again we get all these good qualities by mercy of Krishna and by serving the bona fide spiritual master. Yes. And also, if time permits, I would like to add the other pastimes like Krishna. Yes, in Jagannath Ashtakam also we see Adi Sankaracharya, he glorified Supreme Lord as Rama Sambhu Brahmarshita. Can anyone see? Rama, Sambhu, Brahma, Indra, Ganesha, all these devatas are worshipping the lotus feet of Supreme Lord. And in a Gajendra prayers also, Gajendra glorified the Lord. Om Namo Bhagavate Tasmai Yada Etat Chidatmakam Purushakti Bijaya Paresaya Vidhimahi. So here Paresaya Vidhimahi means he is worshipable by the exalted demigods like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva also. And in all the other sampradayas, like in Vallabhacharya, in Pushti Marg, also glorified Lord Krishna. Everything is sweeter. Akhilam Maduram, Maduradipate, Akhilam Maduram. Everything is sweet, sweeter than the sweetest. And in Kevalashtakam also it is glorified. The Lord's holy name is purifying, most purifying. Madhuram Madhurepyopi, Pavanam Pavanepyopi. So the holy name is everything. Just by chanting the holy name, we can go back to Krishna Loka. And also there are many, and in Nectar of Devotion, Srila Rupa Goswami explained 64 qualities of Krishna. So there it is given, one quality is Krishna is all worshipable and Krishna is all honorable. So whoever the great demigods are there, they are also worshipping Lord Krishna only. So in Dwaraka, when Lord Krishna was performing his pastimes, it is explained by Srila Rupa Goswami that all the great demigods, Brahma and all the other devatas, they were all standing in the queue and the doorkeeper is controlling them. You all please wait. Today you have no appointment. You please go. Even the Lord Brahma is creator also, you please go. So in that way, all the demigods are offering high respects. And once Lord Brahma went to Dwaraka and then doorkeeper asked him, which universe Brahma you are? Then he surprised, I am the only one. I don't know how many Brahmas are there. Then he went inside and see. There are so many Brahmas, some are with 10 heads, thousands and millions. When they were all offering their obeisances to Lord Krishna, a great sound was produced. So here it is given, we have to take shelter of Vishnu or Krishna. So we have to take shelter. And when Parikshit Maharaj asked Sukadev Goswami, what is the duty of everyone at the time of death? Then he replied, in order to be freed from all the anxieties, we have to constantly chant, remember and hear about the glories of the Lord. Yeah. I am going to conclude the verse. So finally, by chanting the holy name and by taking shelter of Lord Vishnu instead of taking shelter of demigods, and I want to make the session very interactive now. So what are the verses where Lord Krishna personally told Arjuna that if you take shelter of me, you will be delivered? Yes, yes. There are several verses.
What is your question?
Here it is given for of the three, all human beings derive ultimate benefit from Vishnu, right? So Krishna personally told in Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna in so many verses, like if you surrender to me, you will be delivered from this material world. I am just asking what are the verses? Yes, yes. Yes, yes.
Worship me. And other one is Antapale Jamameva.
Very good. Yes. Yes.
No, that is, I think, the most important.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Manmanabha. Janma karma chumeli. Yes. Tasma sarveshu kaleshu mamanusmara yudhyacha mayyarpita mano buddhir mame vaishyasi asamsaya. You will reach to me if you engage your mind and intelligence always in thinking of me. क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा शाश्वत शान्तिं निगच्छति कौन्तेय प्रतिजानाहि न मे भक्त प्रणश्यति. Yes. Yeah, and Ananya Chintayanto Mam verse also it is clearly saying Ananya Bhakta means not taking shelter of any other, only Krishna. Yeah, yes. Yoga Kshemam Vaham. Yeah, there Ananya's Chintaya means not thinking any other demigods or not taking shelter of anyone. And in another place, 7th chapter, 14th verse also, Krishna is saying, Mameva ye prapadyante, mayam ye tam ye tarantite. Mameva, only unto me. Yes. Mamaya dhirataya, mameva ye prapadyante, mayam ye tam ye tarantite. So even though the material nature is very, very strong, it's very difficult, but when we surrender to Krishna, and guna means actually another meaning is rope. Trigunas. Guna means rope. So we all conditioned souls are tightly bound by these ropes. Sattva, Raja, Tamo, Guna. Only if somebody is bound by hands and feet by rope, it's not possible. Someone has to come and release them. So similarly, Krishna or bona fide spiritual master can only release us from these three tight ropes. Sattva, Raja, Tamo, Guna. So when we surrender, because Krishna is our supreme father, he is very, very merciful. And out of his parental affection for us, when we surrender to him, then only we will be released from these clutches of Maya. And Krishna, anyone want to say the peace formula given in Bhagavad Gita? Yes. Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam Santim Richyati. Yes. So in so many places, Krishna is saying, I am the most dear friend and well-wisher. Katir Bharta Prabhu Sakshi Suhrut. In that verse also, Krishna is saying, I am the most dear friend. So if we have any distress or anything, we have to take shelter of Krishna only. Yes. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, please forgive me.
Wonderful, Mathaji. Thank you.
And your questions.
Wonderful and functional. No one? So that means everyone understood very completely, right? It's going to be quiz time then.
Yeah, I was listening. We came a little late, but we were still listening to what you were talking. The amount you praised Krishna, to show devotion towards Krishna, it is very tempting for everybody. You stressed each time, though you pray to, or if you, for certain reasons, you go pray to this demigod or anything. But then, it's all temporary, and then you stressed so much that everybody, please devote to Krishna, gave so many examples and think it's very beautifully done, very captivating. But
actually, it's not possible to glorify Krishna because he's unlimited.
He's talking through you.
He's unlimited. Even Lord Anantadeva, who is immediate expansion of Krishna, he has been glorifying from time immemorial with his millions of mouths, but still not able to complete the glorification. So Krishna is unlimitedly great.
So you were praising the Lord so much, it would make everyone, hey, what I'm doing is not enough. Come on, let's.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
There are several online devotees. Do you want to share
Anything? Or do you have any questions?
Haribol Prabhu.
Yes,
Masla.
go ahead.
Prabhu, Mataji, thank you very much. You did a very wonderful job. Very nice. With a lot of quotations. I like that. I think when you were, talking about demigods, I don't know whether I understand you correctly. You said that there is no way that we can reach to that loka, but I understand from previous acharyas and gurus that when you worship a demigod, you will go to that loka, right?
Yes, Mataji.
But see, when at a beginner, when I talk to Advaita people, they say, what difference does it make? You are already struggling. So does it make any difference whether I go to Krishna or a demigod?
Oh, sorry, Mataji. They are asking what is the problem when we approach demigods.
Does it make a difference at the beginning stage for any Advaita people, right? Who worship Lord Shiva? Does it make any difference but whether I'm worshipping Shiva or Krishna? Maybe in an advanced stage, it is okay. Then we can, after reading all the things, we can understand that, Krishna is our God. But I was also worshipping Shiva when I was 8 years old. So at that time, I didn't know the difference. Maybe the difference was just I wanted to have a lot of benefits from Lord Shiva. Okay. Even though we are from a Vaishnava family, I would always go to Shiva temple and hug Shiva Lingeshwara. So at that time, I didn't know there was a big difference for me whether I want to go to Krishna Loka or Shiva Loka. So how would you explain that to me now?
Actually, from Srila Prabhupada's lecture, I will try to give the example, Mataji. Srila Prabhupada says, like pleasing the demigods is like giving some bribe to the superintendent of jail. So this material world is like a prison house. For example, when someone is given a punishment like breaking the stones in the jail, if he gives some bribe to the officer of the jail, then he might give him a post like typing in the office, but still he is in the prison. So to become happy, we have to come out of this prison. So that's why if we take shelter of Krishna, then we come out of this material world and again we regain our original blissful life. When we ask something from demigods, it's not good for us. Again, we become more and more entangled in this material world only. Our consciousness will not be purified. Like how we discussed the examples of Ravana, Sura, and other demons, even though they worshipped the devatas, their consciousness is not purified. So even if we have material desires, Srimad Bhagavatham is saying, take shelter of Krishna only. So like 4 types of people approach Krishna. So if they have any material desires initially, they can ask Krishna. But we ask in a way, if you so desire Krishna, if this is beneficial to me, please fulfill this. We can ask in that way. Yes, that's my understanding of the any other one. Please give their answer.
Mataji, another thing is for Advaita people, the Lord Shiva is, that's it. The Lord Shiva, they worship Lord Shiva, and that's it. You cannot even argue with them because when I visited India, I do believe in Krishna. From all the things, I do believe in Srila Prabhupada. But even though I get so many people I have, I came in touch with, it's very difficult to convince them that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, and they want to believe what they want to believe. Okay, if it is, how am I going to be sure that I'm going to go to Goloka Vrindavana? We don't know, right? Even to attain Krishna Lok, Shiva Lok, where Lord Shiva resides. I mean, we don't know for sure how much trouble we have, how much to conquer our senses, how much we have penance we have to do. So it's very difficult, even now, even though we are worshipping for a long time, we worship Srila Prabhupada, we love Srila Prabhupada. It is very difficult sometimes to go on with our life, thinking that Lord Krishna is protecting us, Lord Krishna will come and save us. Sometimes there are some times that it is very difficult for us to understand that.
Yes, Mathaji. Krishna Bhakti is very rare. From scriptures, we understand actually mostly 90% of the people are in impersonalism only. Only the Krishna Bhaktas are very, very rare. So that is why we mostly see impersonalists, especially in India. It's very difficult. The Westerners here easily became devotees when Srila Prabhupada preached this philosophy, they easily accepted. But in India, they have so many questions. Why Krishna is supreme? Other devatas are supreme. So if already they are used to like that, it's very hard to change to this philosophy. So that's why so many Westerners easily understood this philosophy and they became disciples of Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah, and we are chanting and all. It's very difficult to convince us. Even though we are chanting, they always ask you, what did you get by chanting all the time, believing in that, reading Bhagavatam, reading Bhagavad Gita, all that? What did you gain? Are you getting immediate results from it? They question you so much. Sometimes we may not have the right tool or right devices to answer them, right method of answering them. Because it's very difficult. That's what I found out in India. So many people believe in so many different demigods. So thank you.
But one thing
It will-
sure, Mathaji, whether we go to the Goloka or not, nobody cannot give guarantee. But one thing I can say from my experience, everybody will get peace. That is guaranteed. I think even I heard that answer even from Prabhupada also. One of them said, I think one of the journalists asked them, right? So to Prabhupada, what is the guarantee? Go to the Krishna Loka. But Prabhupada said that I cannot give guarantee, I cannot show the proof, but definitely I'll be more peaceful as compared to the other people. That's what I remember one of the person gave the example. Yeah. And also when you're talking about glorifying Krishna is not easy. I just quickly Googled it, Annamacharya, which all we know, is a devotee of Lord Venkateshwara. He wrote 32,000 of songs. 32,000 of songs. And another devotee of Lord Rama, Tyagaraja, he wrote 22,000 kirtanas. So that much slokas they wrote to glorify the Rama, Govind Srinivasa. So Annamacharya is a devotee of Srinivasa, Tirupati Balaji. He wrote 32,000 slokas, like kirtanas. And Tyagaraja is a devotee of Lord Rama, and he wrote 22,000 slokas, like kirtanas. So, just I thought to share,
And also I'm remembering this verse, why we have to worship only Lord Krishna. Yagnarthat karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. So we have to do everything for satisfaction of Krishna only, otherwise it will become a bondage for us. That's the problem. We will again bind in this material world. So we should do actually, when we worship Lord Shiva, if we are sincere, they direct us to Krishna only. I heard so many devotees I know, they told initially we were worshipping Lord Shiva and Parvati, but we again came to this path. They only directed us here. They told like that, some devotees.
Yes.
Hare Krishna,
Thank you.
Mataji.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Nice lecture, and the way you gave all the analogies and step by step by stressing and with the reference, it really showed like whether how well you prepared or you already know the knowledge. Krishna's mercy. So every time I listen, I always think, okay, what should be my point for reflection? And as I was listening, I was like, oh, this should be my reflection point. And the next point again, I hear, I'm like, no, 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 this is good one. And at the end, I told myself, which one? I forgot all now. I was like, oh. And then I remembered the last one where you said, the other meaning is guna, rope. So which is true. Like, I think I felt that we're all bound
tightly
here, we're
bound.
tied. So I was like, oh, this now I cannot forget because that's the last one. And then I remembered what other one I wanted to say is like, I never knew about the percentages that you said. Krishna has this much
100%.
percent qualities, and then the other demigods, what you said, I didn't know that actually. So I was like, oh, that's something good too. Very nice, Mathaji.
Thank you.
You should keep giving us more and more. With less preparation, you did so well. So thank you, Mathaji. Hare Krishna.
One more thing to add, Mathaji said even human beings also has certain percentage, 75. But I thought, oh, all we have like a God qualities. But immediately she said the quantity is very less, very minute. But like a Krishna has like a equal to the ocean. Then I got down.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much for this enlightening lecture. We really, really enjoyed it. Thank you so much. You explained everything very, very nicely. Thank you so much for the knowledge that you imparted to us. Thank you so much for that. I just wanted to share some knowledge based on Vatsala Mataji's question, where she said that about the Shiva devotees. Yes, I mean, Lord Krishna himself has created different Puranas because of the Vedas knowledge itself, different Puranas created. And because Lord Krishna knew that everybody on this world cannot be in the same mode of knowledge, people will be in different modes of passion and ignorance and goodness. So some people will be in different modes on different times. So whoever follows different demigods at different times will follow different rituals and practices. So it is okay to follow different demigods, whoever they have belief in, but eventually every road will follow this way or that way. It's like a curvy road, which will eventually lead to one home, which is Lord Krishna. It's like a snake ladder type of a game. Eventually you go up and down, but eventually you will reach the home, which is Krishna. Now, specifically about Lord Shiva, yes, there are many, many followers of Lord Shiva. South India. If you go to North India, Durga Devi is everything. Especially in Delhi, Punjab, Durga Devi is prime. Everybody follows, every house is Durga Devi. They are both Bhav and Bhavan. They are the same. They are the couple. She is the nature. So how can you tell? I was Devi follower before coming to Krishna. So how can I say I was not? But now I understood by learning, by going to lessons, by learning from my other Shiksha gurus, by learning from you, by Srila Prabhupada, from Ramcharan Prabhu's classes, like what is the position of each demigod? How are they standing in relation to Krishna? They are all following Krishna's directives.
Yes.
That's all they are doing. They are all subservient to Krishna.
They are also devotees.
They are also big devotees of Krishna. They are also following what Krishna told them to do. They are all doing their jobs. If Krishna told them to go punish these souls because they refuse to follow my order in Goloka, go down to earth and go and live with your karmas and get happiness and distress based on your karma. So go and direct them as it is and keep them into the modes of goodness and passion until they realize how to come out of it. So that's what the Devi is doing for us. And Lord Shiva is out of it until somebody approaches them. Now he's Ashutosh, so he is very merciful. Without realizing, he gives everybody the boons and the benedictions. And like one of the questions which one of my Shiksha Guru in India, Prashant Mukul Prabhuji, he once asked somebody, in every Shivling, in every temple in India, every corner there is a temple. Why we do offer jal to Lord Shiva? And 99% people didn't know why do we offer it. And he said, I asked so many people, I don't know, because he did it, she did it, my mom did it, my uncle did it, my aunt did it. So people are following so many things without knowing why we are doing it. And nobody questioned, nobody asked any guru, even the pandits who are sitting in the temple, they themselves don't know why do we offer jal to Lord Shiva when we to the lingam when we go to Shivling over there. So there is a reason behind it why it's done. So that's what I'm saying. So there is so many practices are there, but nobody follows it. But then that's besides the point. The point is that Lord Shiva is also doing the job. Lord Shiva is doing what he's been told to do. And sometimes Lord Shiva doesn't think when he offers the boon. He's a great devotee of Lord Rama. He always has Lord Rama, Rama. He always chants Lord Rama. And even when Adi Shankaracharya came, his prayer was Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Mudamate. So he kept saying to his followers, worship Lord Govinda. But again, nobody listened to him when he was leaving. So that's a little pity on all of us. But Lord Vishnu and in Srimad Bhagavatam, we know that the Lord Shiva is the biggest speaker of Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yes.
Besides Shukdev Goswami, Lord Shiva is the biggest speaker. So who knows a better Bhagavatam than Lord Shiva and Shukdev Goswami?
Mother Parvati and Lord Shiva constantly discussing
they're
about
always, Lord Shiva is always talking about Bhagavatam, always narrating Bhagavatam to Mother Parvati. So he is a very good devotee of Lord Krishna. So yes, we can worship. So one time my guru or my Shiksha guru once told, say, so what happens if somebody is a very big devotee of Lord Shiva and he reaches the Shivloka? Okay, you reach there. So what will do? Lord Shiva will say, sit down. I'm going to teach you Bhagavatam now. Sit and listen Bhagavatam. So he's going to train everybody to listen Bhagavatam and move them forward.
Yes.
That's all. That's all is going to happen. He's going to move them forward to sit, listen, read Bhagavatam, and train them, or maybe send them back to the earth and give them a mindset, or have them come to a birth to a family where they can have the opportunity to listen to Bhagavatam and move that path. So he is going to give blessings maybe that way.
Yes.
So eventually they will put us to that path. That's all I wanted to say.
Yes. Thank
So,
you.
so we may not be able to transcend them that way because their beliefs are so strong, but eventually they will also come to that path. That's what I wanted to say.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mathaji. But you are the best. Thank you, Hari Krishna. Yes, I do. I know. Yeah, the answer is when the Samudra Manthan happened, because Lord Shiva, when he drank the poison, the poison created so much heat in his body. And that's when the Lord Vishnu told all the demigods to go get the water, all the gel, and pour on his head to calm him down, to calm down the heat. And that's where the gel is offered on Lord Shiva. Yes. Not to me, my guru, my guru.
That's why Lord Shiva is known as Abhisheka Priya and Vishnumurti is Alankara Priya.
And she asked about Advaita, no? So she gave the answer of Bhaj Govindam.
Yes.
Even Shankaracharya, he was the incarnation of Shiva, and he also said, worship, when he was walking on the streets of Kashi and he saw different stages of man and, death, he said, chant Govinda.
Yes.
So he said, Mudamate means he said, you're a fool.
Yes.
So even the Advaita people can understand just listening to that one Bhaj Govindam. Of course, each one is at a different stage of their consciousness and level of consciousness and understanding to come to the path. That's why they go through different, like how she explained very well. She explained by her. Ultimately, you will reach because the path will come.
Yes.
I know that's what he says with the Bhaj Govindam is coming and going.
Yes.
Go straight, chant Govinda. So she can answer that.
Yes.
For the Advaita people.
Yeah, Adi Shankaracharya wrote Jagannath Ashtakam as we sung, like Rama, Sambhu, Brahma, Indra, Ganesha, they all are worshipping the lotus feet of Krishna only.
And he also said, chant Govinda.
Gaja, Gaja Govinda, Gaja Govinda. Yes.
Thank you so much. Very nice session, Mathaji. Very wonderful explain. Wonderfully explained. The takeaway points is like today, like how magnanimous Krishna is, and what where we are and what we are looking at is so small. That we have to like aspire for more than what we do. Like we have to aspire for more stronger worship and pray more to Krishna than what we do in regular life. It's very wonderfully explained, Mataji. Lots of examples and how everyone's participating with enthusiasm is very, very nice. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Mathaji. Nicely explained. I have one question about like it's little bit different than like like the other religious peoples. I mean, in other religions, they ask us about like why in Hinduism we worshipping different too many gods. Like they just believe only one God. So what we can answer?
Yeah, as said in Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada's purpose, they are not different forms of the Lord. They all are different parts that they are managing this material world. They are given with certain power to manage this material world. So people, why they are worshipping means because they want their material desires to be fulfilled very quickly. So Krishna says those who are less intelligent, who are having that material desires, they take to worship of demigods. We can offer respects to always them, but we are not worshipping them on regular basis, and we don't equate them with the Supreme God. They are also devotees of Krishna who are managing this material world.
Thank you for your wonderful class. And I want to add to Mataji's question, Vatsala Mataji's question. So another answer we can give. Muktim dadati iti Mukunda. So only Mukunda, Krishna or Vishnu only can give the liberation. Even in Bhagavatam, we get that I think Muchikunda, he helped Devatas to fight against Asuras, Rakshasas, and demons. And then when at the end of that, after the war, then Indra asked me for some boon except giving liberation. Only liberation can be given by Vishnu or Krishna. So that is another answer we can give. So anyway, sometimes even if we worship Lord Shiva, if you are sincere in that worship, he will direct us to Krishna only, Krishna or Vishnu. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for your wonderful class.
There is one more live experience. We started this satsang back in 2005 with by doing Sriradhe Sravani, Narayan, so many. We just used to pick random things, and that's when you really should
That's when Yugal Prabhu, one of the congregation member, when they went to Pittsburgh, they also went to Wheeling New Vrindavan temple, and then casually they asked, "Where are you from?" And then that's when they said, "We are here," and then this is what we do on every Thursday. Then Prabhuji came here in person so many weekends, and then he told us, and so I feel like we were all so sincere praying, and then they led us to Krishna. Yes, that's how I feel. Yes, thank you, Mathaji.
Thank you, Mataji. I'll tell my experience. I'm from South India, Hyderabad. So I have a lot of gods in my puja mandir. So first thing is I don't see difference between Harihara. Both are same to me. Before coming here, even I used to get confused. Like I pray Ganesha, then Subramanya Swami, then Gayatri Ma, all. Then Hare Krishna. Then I get I cannot spend that much time on these many slokas. Then I realized. Slowly I realized I'm starting saying everyone. I'm starting saying Krishna in everyone. Then I said, okay, this is easy. So Lord Gayatri Mata is Lord Krishna to me, or Lord Shiva is Krishna. So that's how I got changed. But ultimately, there is only one God. You see, everyone, as somebody says, everything leads to one place. So I realized I see all gods in one Krishna. So I say Krishna is easy. Hare Krishna. No need to learn all the slokas. So that's easy for me. So that's my experience.
Anybody else? Thank you very much, Mathaji. Big round of applause for her. We would like to hear more from you. Please. So, the microphone is on. So thank you again, and thanks to all the online devotees. So we'll break for prasadam now. Before that, I'd like to announce that next week, as you all know, hold on. So next week, as you all know, what is a special event on next Saturday? Yes, Atlantic City Rath Yatra. So many of us will be there, are planning to be there. That's why we won't be having satsang, our regular satsang next Saturday. Please make a note. We are not going to have satsang here. We'll be having satsang in Atlantic City, Boardwalk. So please come. If you are still interested to go together, I have booked a van, 15-seater van, deluxe van, so you can join me. Okay, right now there are 10 bookings already done. So 15-seater, 5 seats remaining. Okay, so we can go together if you want. It'll be easy for parking, easy for driving, and we can be together. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Prasade Govinde. Nama Brahmani Vaishnave. Shalpukshnivatam Rajan. Vishwaso Naiva Jayate. Yarira Vidya Jan. Jarendriya Taheka. Jiva Pele Vise Sagare. Aramati Jivahati. Lobho Mai Sudirmati. Akejeta Katina Samsare. Krishna Borodaya Mai. Purivara Jivajoy. So Prasada Nadilo Bhai. Yan Nam Dutapao. Sriradhe Krishna Gunagao. Premra Koti Chetaninitai. Jai Nima Jai Nitai. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda. Advaita Gadadhara. Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Sriradhe Krishna Mahaprasadam ki. Srila Prabhupada ki. Also, if anybody would like to speak, please come forward. If you don't come forward, then I'm going to choose. Everybody should speak. Okay? Thank you. Haribol, online devotee.